until noon or 3 o'clock for Michigan. Those could be dropped a little bit earlier if we make that changeover earlier. Because look at these temperatures already. Shawano, it's 35. It's 32 right around the freezing mark in Mountain. So a windy day today. A lot of us to the south, this is going to be all rain. To the north, you're going to make a changeover, high of 43. Emily, I'm going to let you know when we warm things up even more and how the weekend's looking here coming up.
All right, thanks, Fish. Authorities continue the investigation into a fatal Christmas Day fire. NBC 26's Jennifer Naza has the latest from Waushara County.
The Wild Rose Fire Department and the Waushara County Sheriff's Department identified the 71-year-old man found dead inside the home as George Janka from the town of Rose. The Sheriff's Department says they responded to a report of a house on fire in the town of Rose around noon on Tuesday. Firefighters tell us when they arrived at the house, it was fully engulfed in flames, and they called for additional help. They believe the fire started inside the kitchen. While fighting the fire, they found Janka and his dog dead inside the home.
This affects our community a lot, and they all have reached out and offered their assistance in any way they could.
The town of Rose is a small community, and people we talked with say when a tragedy like this happens, everyone steps in to support each other. The fire department tells us the cause of the fire is still unknown and under investigation. Jennifer Naza, NBC 26.
Thank you, Jennifer. More than 30 animals are dead after a barn fire in Shawano County. Our Ryan Curry joins us from the newsroom with the details.
The fire broke out just before 4 a.m. Wednesday morning at the 7800 block of Morgan Road in the town of Red Spring, and when crews arrived on the scene, they noticed the barn was completely engulfed in flames and the livestock living inside the barn had died. Now, according to authorities, there were 30 cows, 6 horses, as well as some chicken, cats, and dogs inside the barn during the time of the fire. As of now, authorities are calling the barn a total loss. An investigation has been issued to determine the cause of the fire, but authorities do not believe the fire to be suspicious. And we've also reached out to the family who owned the barn. They have declined to speak at this time. Reporting in the Green Bay newsroom, I'm Ryan Curry for NBC 26.
Consumer news, Amazon announces record-breaking holiday season. The giant online retailer says more items were ordered worldwide than ever before. Amazon says small and medium-sized businesses had their best season ever. In fact, more than 50% of items sold came from small and medium-sized businesses. Amazon says the last Prime Now delivery was made at 11:30 p.m. on Christmas Eve in Berkeley, California. Millions of Americans are starting the process of returning gifts, so if a return is on your agenda this week, be sure to read the policy carefully. Many major retailers have deadlines of mid to late January to return purchases made during the holiday season. Amazon is accepting returns through January 31st for most items shipped November 1st through December 31st. Some retailers also have different return policies based on the brand or category of the item. Experts say it always helps to have the receipt as well as much of the original packaging and tags to make returns easier. Starbucks is bringing back a special drink just in time for the new year. You can now enjoy the coffee chain's tuxedo-themed drinks. The limited edition drinks include hot cocoa, mocha, and frappuccino drinks with dark and white chocolate. The beverages are available through the new year. Before you celebrate the end of 2018, do some work now to avoid unpleasant tax surprises next year. This is especially important now because 2018 was the first year under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Experts say it's critical to increase contributions to your retirement plan. It may be too late to max out your 401k, but experts say it's not too late for other savings accounts.
Any sort of individual retirement account, an IRA or a Roth IRA, lets you make contributions for 2018, for this year, all the way till you file your taxes next year.
And you can also get major tax benefits by giving to charity. The new tax bill doubled the standard deduction for single taxpayers to $12,000. Well, if you've ever bought a new car or a truck recently, you know the cost is rising. Today, new data shows monthly auto loan payments are higher than ever, with a growing number of people borrowing at least $50,000 to buy a new vehicle. NBC's Phil LeBeau has more.
America's growing love affair with bigger trucks, SUVs, and crossovers means we're now buying more vehicles with higher sticker prices. So we're borrowing more and spending more each month repaying those loans. In the third quarter, the average auto loan hit a record of just under $31,000, with the average monthly payment for a new vehicle climbing to an all-time high of $530. And the average used vehicle loan payment also hit a record at $381.
If you've been out of the market for 5 or 6 years, then these numbers can be surprising. But for the average consumer who seems to come back into the market every 35, 36 months, they're still a little higher than what they saw previously, and they're certainly not going to go down.
One reason car prices stay high is because demand remains robust. Auto sales are on pace to top 17 million vehicles for a 4th straight year, the best stretch of sales ever in the U.S. So automakers can and will charge higher prices, especially for hot models like pickups and SUVs with the latest features and technology, which explains why Experian says 1 out of every 5 borrowers is now taking out a loan for at least $50,000.
They don't represent a huge portion of the market, but they're definitely the area where we see the most growth.
Now, those borrowing $50,000 or $60,000 for a new vehicle have prime and super prime credit ratings. By comparison, loans to those with the poorest credit ratings have dropped to an 11-year low.
That's a lot of money. All right.